My name's Ross Liversidge. I'm the founder, which makes me very old, and the returning editor-in-chief of the UK Anime Network, since Andy is now on his way onto pastures even greener than ours. So good luck, Andy. And here's our first video. I'm joined by Miss Bryony Stibbons. Hello, madam.
Hello. Nice to be here. Nice to be invited.
Yes, well, you know, it's always nice to have a sexy redhead next to me to go through all these cards. That's the point where you slap me normally. Okay, so today, what are we talking about? We are talking about, as if this weren't clue enough, Cardfight Vanguard. Now, you'll have seen on our website adverts over the last couple of years for this pretty awesome card game that's gone through quite a few sort of changes over the years. So we're going to do a little catch-up video, because with my able assistant here and much more knowledgeable game player, we've managed to figure out the rules and have some really good games recently.
Yeah,
so,
I've enjoyed learning it.
Yeah, it's been pretty good actually. I mean, I've played it before. We've taken it to the UK Anime Stock, which, for those of you who don't know, is when all the writers get together and we basically just get pissed for a weekend in a big house in the country. So I took a load of these sort of demo packs over. We've had a few tournaments, so I kind of learned to play it there. But with Bryony here, we have been going through the rules kind of properly, not drunkenly. So we're just sort of throwing cards at each other going, I'm in a Vanguard. So, would you like to take us through some of the rules, since you're the gaming expert that I've brought in for this very feature?
Okay, so we've got a game board set up here. Don't class this as a full tutorial on how to play. I'm just going to tell you the basics of how it works. This game board's set up as if it's part way through a game. So I'll just take off some of the cards here to show you. So you have at the top of your board, you'd normally sit at that side, so at the top here you've got your Vanguard circle. Here you'll put your most powerful playing cards, and there's certain rules that apply to the Vanguard circle. Around the Vanguard circle you've got 5 spaces that are known as your rear guard, so these are used to defend your Vanguard circle. And at the front here you have a Guardian circle, which is used to place cards in to defend you when you're battling with your opponent. You have up here a place for your G units. These are your highest level cards that you can only use near the end of the game. You have a damage zone here, which is where you will put any cards that you lose, that you take as damage when you lose a battle. When you get to 6 cards in your damage zone, that's when you lose the game. Over here, you've just got your deck, which you'll take cards from through the game, and a discard pile as you lose cards that don't go into your damage. Okay, so we'll just put that back. When you start the game, you'll start by putting a 0 level card into your Vanguard. The cards range from 0 to 3 in your hand, and then your level 4 over here.
One special thing about your level 4, if I may interject, is you can actually set that up in any order you like. So if you have a strategy which requires you to have a certain level 4 card right at the top, hey, you can put it down. No problem with that. You kind of get to stack that particular deck in your favour. So that's quite a powerful new feature, and it only came in with the G packs. Sorry, carry on.
No. Okay, so in your Vanguard you'll start with a level 0, and each turn you can put higher level cards on top of that to increase the power of your Vanguard till you're up to level 3. The cards that you can place around it in your rear guard can be the same as or lower than what's in your Vanguard, so your Vanguard will always be your most powerful. There's scores on the cards for attack and defence. You're basically using your attack scores to attack your opponent, and they will use their defence scores to defend against you, and whoever comes out with the highest score wins each battle. If you lose a battle, that's when you'll take your damage. That's the basic premise, but there's a lot more to it. Different cards have different powers. I'll let Ross tell you a bit about that.
Yes, the special powers of the cards, which I know all about. So, I tend to play the Bermuda Triangle deck, which is the cute mermaid deck, because I'm that manly that I can get away with it. So, you can get cards that will back each other up. So, for example, here are a couple of cards that have a harmony feature. So if you have one, it gives special abilities to the other and vice versa. So when I set my deck up, I tend to try and get more powerful attacks in at the lower end. So in particular in the Bermuda Triangle deck, the 0 cards, if you have the certain ones or certain pairs, they will give each other higher attacks. So it allows me to sort of score early in the game. So it's a good deck for that kind of thing, and that's kind of the strategy I tend to go with. It doesn't usually work because Bryony usually beats me, but at least I've got a strategy and nobody can take that away from me. So maybe
one mistake I made at the beginning was to, when I was trying to make up my deck, was swapping in cards that I like the look of. You know, the graphics on them are absolutely stunning, and so I'd put the cards that I like the picture on into my deck, and that wasn't necessarily tactically the best way to do it. Don't get me wrong, I still won most of the games, but yeah, if you've got cards that empower each other, you need to have all of those empowering cards in your deck to have the best chance of winning.
It's basically the power of friendship in card form, so well worth sort of learning all the minutiae of the different cards. And of course, with any collectible card game, certain cards are rarer than others, and they all have different rarity values. Now, you get your standard decks if you want to start off like this. So this is a Vanguard original deck. This is probably one of the very first ones. This is the Seeker of Hope deck. Story of my life. And that was then superseded by the Vanguard G. And the reason you can tell these apart is you'll see these have got a sort of cutaway and the cards sticking out, so slightly more exciting packaging on the Vanguard G decks. And this will give you the same in every one of these boxes, no variations, a set of cards that are already set up with the correct number of every type of card, because you do have to stack your deck with a certain number of different types of cards. These are all pre-made and ready to go, but they're pretty basic. And where you sort of start to improve your decks is with these little booster packs. Now you can buy these to go along with these. Some of them will be the same series, so you've got like Neo Nectar here. I think this is the Paladin deck. Royal Paladin deck. So if you get cards of the same type, they tend to boost each other more readily. This is the Cosmic Roar deck, and this tends to be giant robot heavy, so that's a pretty good deck for me. I do like the giant robots.
These little packs remind me of when I was a kid and I used to collect stickers, and you'd always be looking for the rare ones, or the shiny ones.
Well, these do tend to have more sort of powerful cards in them, and certainly rarer cards. No bubblegum, I'm afraid. But other than that, you can also get, like, they do special editions every year, which is like a attacking deck. And they've got, they're more expensive, you get fewer cards, but they're all guaranteed to be sort of like rare or higher, so that's a good thing to go for if you really get into this. You can also meet up with friends, swap cards and sell them online. Some of these things go for a fortune, so one of the things that some people do is you can actually buy these booster packs in these little boxes, which are very cute actually. Oh, this box is nice. Yeah. So if you get one of these, it comes with a certain number of cards in it. So this one gets a 40 cards and 12 special cards in this particular box here. So it can be cheaper to buy, I think it's about £40, but whereas you're paying sort of like £6–7 for these sort of boosted packs, these ones work out more economically valuable. And the other thing that you get with these that's super special is you get a very sort of special event card in here that you don't get in the booster pack. So if you are flush enough to buy lots of these, you'll get cards that you can't get any other way. So there's one tip. Another tip is if you like manga, and if you watch our website, I'm going to assume you do like manga because you have taste. You can get the Cardfight Vanguard manga, which is fantastic, and it's actually very well drawn. It's got some decent characters in it. I'm just trying to find two. Here we go. Royal Paladin, pretty cool. And it tells the same story as the anime, but here's the secret thing: the early editions come with free cards, secreted at the back here for secret people like me. And this is the Blaster Blade card. Now this plays a big part in the anime and therefore manga, and I'm pretty sure you can't get this any other way, so it's a manga only card. So you can sometimes find older volumes of this. It's been out a couple of years now. If you do buy them online, like Amazon or whatever, make sure it's still got the card in it, because some people will buy these just to get the cards out of them and then just sell you the manga afterwards, so that's something to look for. But hidden cards in manga, booster decks, boxes of booster decks, there's cards everywhere.
I think this is the best thing about the game. It is quite complicated, there's a lot to learn, but that I think gives it longevity, because every game can be different. You know, you can change your deck all the time so that every game, you know, is
a bit different. different.
Yeah, it's changing how you're playing,
Yeah.
and that'll mean you'll enjoy playing it for a lot longer, compared to like a basic game, which you know, will lose interest in after a while.
There's also the fact that, you know, playing this game will probably empty your wallet faster than Jared Leto on a bender, so that's something to maybe sort of bear in mind, that you do need to pace yourself, can get a bit addictive. But as it stands, this is a really good sort of collectible card game. I still remember playing the older card games, because they're not quite so new to me as they are to you. I started out with the Star Trek Next Generation collectible card game, 20 years ago. And also the Mayhem card game that came out that was based on Ranma, Tenchi, El Hazard and Bubblegum Crisis, and I've still got those cards secreted away in my vault somewhere in the UK Anime Network towers, in which we're filming today. So I would recommend having a go at this. I think you can get started with these boxes here. They vary depending on where you're shopping, from between like £12 to £20. I don't think that's a lot to get started. We also have competitions from time to time to win decks of these cards. I also tend to give them away to various charity events, but keep an eye on our website. When we do give them away, we give them away as 2 sets, so you get like maybe both of these if you win, so you get a twofer, and that means that not only do you get one for you to play with, you'll get one for your friends to play with as well. So that's something to look out for. There's usually a competition every 6 weeks or so.
Because if you don't have 2, you've got no one to play against.
That is true. It's not something you can sort of play patience with, but they are very pretty, as you pointed out, so you can just put them on your wall.
Yes, you could.
Sort of,
just appreciate the artwork.
yes, and it is lovely. I would buy an art book of a lot of this artwork. It is really, really nice. So that's Cardfight Vanguard. That is basically where we are with this particular game. I think it's great. We've enjoyed playing it. I know most of our anime friends at UK Stock have enjoyed playing it, so I'd recommend giving it a go. We both will. Good backing up there, female co-host. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, guys. We're going to be doing a lot more videos as we go along. Obviously, there's a lot of changes coming up on the website. With Andy's departure, there's going to be redesigns, there's going to be forums coming along, a whole new team running the site. So it's all very exciting times. So we'll work on more of this. There is a feedback area in our forum. Go in, tell us what you want to see, and we're more than happy to sit here and grin like idiots, telling you about the stuff that you like. At least I'm happy to sit here grinning like an idiot. Bryony, you look lovely.
To me, grinning like an idiot.
No, you look lovely as always. Thanks very much, YouTube. See you again.
Thanks, bye.